Stress is something that every living being experiences. It is a normal fact of life and is responsible for the survival of all species. However, too much stress can be damaging and cause both physical and emotional problems. The objectives for this module are to define stress, describe the fight or flight response, summarize the effects of excess stress, explain how to decrease effects of stress, define post-traumatic stress disorder and identify common signs and symptoms, and finally to summarize how to get help for PTSD. Say the word stress and it has different meanings for all people. Usually it is seen as a negative term. Dr. Hans Zellier, a pioneer in stress research, defined it as a nonspecific response of the body to any demand made upon it. The body reacts to a stressor, anything that causes stress in the same way, whether that stress is positive or negative. Whether we are excited or upset, the effect upon the body is the same. Dr. Zellier found that the body is constantly trying to stay in balance. Any stress is a threat to throw the body off balance. The body experiences the stressor as a threat and reacts with a fight or flight response. That is, it reacts so that the individual can either fight the perceived threat or run from it. Within the body, a number of changes take place. Adrenaline is released so that the heart beats faster, blood is stunted to the major muscle groups, blood pressure rises, and the individual feels a burst of energy. All of these changes are essential for the survival in the face of danger, since they allow the individual to either fight or run away. People differ as to how much stress is comfortable for them. Some people thrive in a fast-paced, high-stressed environment and will be stressed when things are slow. Other people need a more structured, predictable environment where the pace is slower. Stress becomes a problem when the stress level is higher than the body can tolerate, or when normal coping behaviors do not reduce it. The body needs recovery time or it will experience exhaustion. The other problem with continued stress is that the individual may seek unhealthy or potentially harmful ways to cope with the stress. These behaviors include smoking, alcohol, drugs, overeating, and any other addictive behaviors. These behaviors will be covered in another module. More effective ways in dealing with stress include exercising, talking about the stressful situation, meditation and relaxation techniques, and deep breathing. Men and women who have been in combat and other dangerous situations on a regular basis are at risk for experiencing the effects of excessive stress. The most serious problem is post-traumatic stress disorder, and for those of you who aren't vets, its symptoms can be very difficult to understand. Post-traumatic stress disorder is an extreme anxiety disorder that can result from experiencing a terrifying or life-threatening event. Experiencing these events on a regular basis will increase the risk of developing PTSD. Symptoms of PTSD can be divided into three categories: re-experiencing symptoms, avoidance symptoms, and hyperarousal symptoms. Re-experiencing symptoms can occur at any time and may include flashbacks, bad dreams, and frightening thoughts. These symptoms can be triggered by anything that reminds the individual of the event or by the individual's own thoughts. Avoidance symptoms include staying away from places, events, and other people, feeling numb emotionally, feelings of strong guilt, depression, or worry, losing interest in activities that you used to enjoy, and having difficulty remembering the dangerous event. Anything that might remind someone of the event can cause these symptoms. Hyperarousal symptoms are more continual and are not triggered by thoughts or reminders of the event. They include being easily startled, constantly feeling tense, difficulty sleeping, and frequent angry outbursts. If you think you might have PTSD, contact your local VA center. Left untreated, the symptoms can get worse and can interfere with holding down a job, personal relationships, and your health. Treatment for PTSD includes several types of therapy and medication. Your doctor will work with you to find those most effective treatments.